She leaned back in her chair, smiled faintly, and said, "You're such a nice guy." To most men, that sounds like a compliment. But to Daniel, it felt like a death sentence. He'd been on 3 dates with her. Great conversation, laughter, eye contact. He thought he was doing everything right. Yet here she was, smiling politely, while her body language told a different story. Her arms were crossed. Her feet pointed toward the door. Her smile was kind, but her tone was distant, and Daniel couldn't understand why. This moment, the subtle mismatch between what women say and what they mean, is where most men get lost. They overanalyze every text, every gesture, trying to solve a puzzle that was never about logic in the first place. Because women don't communicate attraction or interest primarily through words. They do it through energy, through tone, rhythm, and body language. Most men miss these signals not because they're stupid, but because they're disconnected from their own emotional awareness. You can't read someone else's language if you don't understand your own. In this video, we'll explore what women's body language actually reveals, how love languages shape emotional connection, and what behaviors truly build respect and attraction. We'll break down Daniel's story, the mistakes he made, and the mindset shift that changes everything. Daniel was 36, smart, dependable, and successful in his career. He wasn't a bad-looking guy. He had goals, took care of himself, and genuinely wanted a real relationship. But he had one blind spot. He didn't understand emotional communication. When he met Laura at a mutual friend's event, they clicked instantly. She laughed at his jokes, brushed his arm a few times, and they exchanged numbers. For the first time in a while, Daniel felt that spark. Their first few dates went well. He paid attention, asked good questions, and complimented her. But as things went on, he started noticing small shifts. She became quieter, took longer to reply to texts, and didn't lean in as much. Daniel felt that something was wrong, but instead of staying grounded, he began to chase. He sent longer texts, planned elaborate dates, and tried to fix whatever was fading. The more effort he put in, the more distant she became. By the 4th week, Laura said the line that every man dreads, "You're amazing, Daniel. I just don't feel that spark." He went home confused, replaying everything in his mind. Was it something I said? Was I not funny enough? Did I come on too strong? He started searching online for signs she's losing interest, what to text when she pulls away, and how to make her miss you. But none of that helped. What Daniel didn't realize was that his behavior, though kind, was emotionally reactive. Every time he felt her distance, he tried to fix it externally instead of staying calm internally. His energy stopped leading. It started following. And women don't fall in love with the man who follows their emotions. They fall for the man who can stay centered when things become uncertain. So where did he go wrong? Daniel's problem wasn't effort. It was emotional timing. He acted out of anxiety, not leadership. Women communicate emotional truth through body language and tone long before they ever use words. When she leans in, maintains eye contact, and mirrors your movements, she's signaling comfort and attraction. When she crosses her arms, avoids your gaze, or shifts her feet away, she's subconsciously withdrawing. But here's the part most men miss. Those signals are not an invitation to chase. They're an invitation to slow down and observe. When a woman feels your presence without you demanding reassurance, it triggers safety. And safety is what allows attraction to grow. You see, women read congruence. They sense whether your energy matches your words. Daniel said he was confident, but when she grew distant, his voice became tense, his smile forced, his posture leaned forward, subconsciously begging for approval. She didn't pull away because he wasn't nice. She pulled away because his calm turned into neediness, and this is where emotional intelligence comes in. To connect with women deeply, a man must understand his own emotional regulation. Confidence isn't never feeling insecure. It's recognizing insecurity without letting it control your behavior. Female psychology operates on emotional resonance. A woman decides whether she can trust you not by what you say, but by how she feels when she's around you. Does she feel grounded or pressured? Does she feel seen or managed? When Daniel began to study this, he realized something powerful. Women's love languages are rooted in safety and reciprocity. When a woman's love language is physical touch, she's not seeking lust. She's seeking closeness. When it's words of affirmation, she's not asking for flattery. She's looking for authenticity. When it's quality time, she's not testing your patience. She's testing your focus. Once Daniel stopped trying to perform and started listening, not just to her words, but her energy, everything changed. On a later date with another woman, he practiced presence. When she talked, he didn't rush to respond. He observed her tone, mirrored her calm energy, and stayed relaxed even during pauses. That presence made her lean in, smile more, and open up. He wasn't doing more. He was being more. This is the turning point for every man who learns to read feminine psychology. Stop trying to control outcomes. Start mastering your energy. Because women don't fall in love with effort. They fall in love with emotional steadiness. But even with the right mindset, there are traps to avoid. Don't be the guy who overanalyzes everything. Reading female psychology isn't about decoding every gesture like a robot. It's about understanding patterns without obsessing. When you overthink, you lose presence. And presence is where attraction lives. Don't be the guy who confuses confidence with detachment. Some men swing to the other extreme. They try to act alpha, emotionally distant, or indifferent. That's not strength. That's fear in disguise. True masculine confidence is calm, not cold. It's compassionate without being needy, and don't be the guy who chases validation through performance. Whether it's showing off success, over-complimenting, or trying to prove your worth, it all comes from insecurity. You can't earn respect by negotiating for it. You earn it by embodying it. The smarter alternative? Be grounded. Observe her cues, but stay anchored in your frame. Let attraction build naturally instead of forcing connection. If she's pulling back, give space. That space becomes your power. If she leans in, meet her halfway with calm curiosity, not excitement that breaks your center. The goal isn't to manipulate women, it's to understand them. Because when you understand them, you stop reacting to their emotions and start leading with yours. Daniel's story isn't unique. Every man has been there, thinking he's doing everything right, only to feel that slow fade of connection he can't explain. But once he understood women's psychology, everything changed. He stopped chasing reactions and started reading energy. He stopped performing and started leading. He became a man women felt safe around, not because he said the right things, but because he carried himself with calm confidence. Remember, women's body language and behavior aren't mysteries to be solved. They're reflections of emotional trust. Learn to read tone, posture, and pacing, but most importantly, learn to regulate your own energy. Your challenge, this week, in every conversation, not just romantic, practice presence. Slow down your speech. Hold eye contact. Notice people's tone and body language. You'll start to see emotions you used to miss, and that awareness is where real power begins. If this video helped you understand women and yourself a little better, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and share this with a man who needs to hear it. Remember, you're not the result of your past mistakes. You're the man who chooses what happens next.